and this is my once a month, one page RPG one shot. Yeah, that thing. And I really liked this background from last night, so I'm just keeping it. I am Spence. I am going to be tonight's Goat Master as we play a great game by uh, Grant Howitt, called Goat Crashers. This game, you are a cheeky little goat and you want a party. The problem is the only party being held in town is being held by humans who don't want goats to ruin it. But to heck with them, you're going to go inside by any means necessary and have the best time. I am surrounded by an amazing cast of players who I cannot wait to see what their goatly charms are. So let's go around and introduce everybody, starting with Gail.
Hi, I'm Gail Clendenin. I usually run horror games like Call of Cthulhu, but I am really excited to be a part of my very first game with Penny for a Tale. So thanks for having me.
Is this not a horror game?
Well, I mean, it could be, but we'll see where the night goes.
Goat screams are scary.
They are, and I am forbidding them from this game because it is actually a trigger of mine. So there's that. Hey, David. Yeah, that's your name now. Introduce yourself, please.
So I'm David, and I enjoy being here on Penny for a Tale. I run games sporadically, and I'm excited to be a goat.
I'm excited that you're going to be a goat. And Alice.
Hi everyone, my name is Alice Peng, and also known as Lala Twiddle by most of my friends and colleagues. I am one of the hosts of Babies with Knives podcast, an actual play, character creation, and generally educational podcast for a wide variety of TTRPGs.
Fantastic. And the head bopping Mitchell.
Hey, what's up? I'm Mitchell. I'm bopping because the choice of music today is Swedish party music. So my co-people can't hear it, but I've been jamming to it, which is very refreshing after listening to goats for a very long time, and spending the evening on all fours in the backyard, just kind of picking up grass every now and then. So
really getting into character.
Everybody gets into the characters their own way.
Method actor.
Exactly. So I did have you all pick out your goat names to start with, but I wanted to save character creation for right now. So everybody take a D6 and roll what type of goat you are. All right. So Sterling, played by Gail, you are a fancy goat, which means you are very charming.
Ugh, don't you know it?
Absolutely. Capra.
3.
So you are a mountain goat with a specialization in climbing. Persimmon.
4.
You are a big-horned goat, exceptional in fighting. And Black Phillip, you have 5. You are a satanic goat. Highly appropriate for you. And you are quite skilled in occultism. Now, my lovely goats, what is your favorite thing to do as a goat? Roll your D6s.
Eat people. Oh, wait. That's not an option.
No. You could get close. We'll go backwards this time. Black Phillip, what is yours?
4.
Making a mockery of physical barriers. Got it. Persimmon.
I rolled a 6.
So bleating loudly. I hear you were practicing that earlier.
Yeah, I kind of rolled my eyes. I don't know if anyone caught that when I actually rolled that up. Like, darn it! I have to put my words where my mouth is.
I love it, though. Sterling. I'm sorry, no, Capra.
I also got a 6.
Aha! So there will be much bleating. And Sterling.
I got running around, 5.
Very nice, very nice. Now, I'm going to ask you all to take your D10. And I want you to roll to tell me what you want to do at this party. I guess I should tell you what this party is. So, Uh, there is an extravagant hotel and museum that is close by to your paddock. You have been hearing for months that they've been setting up this big event for your favorite goat artist. Like, this is an artist who comes and gets inspiration from all of you out in the paddock. Her name is Clove Rembrandt. And the gala is to unveil a new work of art by Rembrandt. So, what are you going to be wanting to do at this party? Roll a d10.
I've already done mine.
Alrighty, what is yours?
Apparently, I rolled a 3.
So you would like to hobnob with the rich and famous. Of course, there will be many because Clove Rembrandt is.
I also got 3.
Ah, so you both would like to be a part of the hobnobbing, and you're perfectly aligned for that with your loud bleeding. Black Phillip.
Recreate Die Hard, my favorite film.
And the only one that you've recently seen at least half of. Because, you know, with social distancing and everything, the farmers have actually been putting up a movie on the side of the barn so that other people can watch from their houses. But you've not heard any audio. You've just been watching the action. So there's that. And Sterling.
6. I'd like to be interviewed for the society pages.
For Tatler, yes. And there will definitely be representatives from Tatler and all other art and hobnobby publications. So, my friends, the way that this is going to work is that whenever you try to do something that's risky, you are going to roll 2d6. If you have an attribute based on the kind of goat you are, that would apply. You get to add 2 more d6 to your roll. If it's your favorite thing to do, you add another 2d6. When you roll those d6s, you're looking for 4s, 5s, or 6s. Those are your successes. Anything else doesn't count. If at any point you want to party hard, what you get to do is to take dice from my chaos pool and use those as an unopposed roll. The chaos pool gets dice if something goes awry, and those are the rolls that I am rolling against you.
Do we know how many dice from the chaos pool?
Not at this time.
Okay.
So perfect. Alrighty. So the big event, there is a giant tent in the front of the farm, and it leads over to the next door neighbor's mansion. So it's a big to-do. There's like a buffet line and everything. Heading towards it, you see all of these cars and all of these shiny sequined people coming through. There's big like searchlights and everything. So how are you getting into this party?
I'm gonna start hiding my behind the cars and start trying to weave into the backyard. Unfortunately, though, my love of might give me away.
Okay, so I would like you to give me a, let's see here. I would like you to give me a roll with a difficulty of 4, because you are trying to, let's see here, you're trying to hide, so you're trying to be sneaky. I say you can use an extra 2d4. If you can make a good case for anything else to help you in this role, I'm happy to hear it.
I'm actually going to flag fighting because I'm going to basically ram my my side and butt and head against cars to kind of shift them in the direction that I want them to hide me in. And so they're kind of like losing their steering and going, okay, fine, I'll drive this way. There's a weird pothole underneath me, guys.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay, and you said add D4s?
I'm sorry, I meant
Six.
D6s.
Okay, so you gave me 2 additional d6s, you said.
Correct.
Okay.
And I'll give you one more for the fighting
Okay.
thing. Only one more because you are also making a spectacle.
Yeah. I got 4, 5, 6, 6.
Awesome. So so it's a really bumpy road, and so as the cars are moving forward, they successfully think that you are a pothole instead of something that is pushing the car to the side. So that is great. Are you taking your friends with you?
Yes, I am. Quick question. Ones
Mhm.
don't do any major penalties that I saw,
No.
right?
No.
Okay, cool. Because I had 2 ones on the as
Yeah.
my other dice.
Yeah.
Yes, I will take as many of them with me as possible.
Okay.
I'll even like headbutt them to no, go this way, move this way.
Okay.
Ah!
So
Okay.
I'm gonna like hold back some like, psh, that goat's too loud, and then I'm gonna bleat loudly as I laugh about that. And I'm gonna
Perfect.
look to Persimmon and say, "Hey, I say that we try to be suave about this. What do you think?"
If you're talking to me, and saying that you're leaving me behind, I am Persimmon.
Okay, then I was talking to Sterling.
Okay.
Oh. Well, Caprahorn, I mean, I do think we could perhaps, charm our way into this little soiree.
I am very charming. Ha 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 ha!
Well, you try.
All right. So you are going to try to charm your way past the security that's leading up to the buffet. Is that correct?
Charming is
Alrighty.
my favorite thing, or it's my skill, rather.
All right. So then you can add 2d4. I'm
Six.
sorry, 2d6. Don't mind me. It's been a long day. And let's see here. I would say that you are also going towards what you want to do. So add another d6. Caprahorn, what are you doing to assist in this?
So what I'm gonna do is there's probably like a lot of people like in line, like waiting to get into this like classy party,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm going to politely ask them, using my horns, to get out of the way.
Okay. So both of you go ahead and make your rolls. I'm gonna say total you should have 5 d6 that you're rolling.
One success.
Okay.
3 successes.
All right. So Sterling, you are so pretty when you're going through. I mean, you are certainly the fanciest goat. So everyone is like, "Oh, how great! You must be here as part of the staff." And they're like giving you scritches behind the ear. You feel super famous.
Lick my little tail.
Yeah. Unfortunately, your friend behind you, Caprahorn, his brutish efforts garner some attention from the from the guards, and so they actively try to push him away. Black Phillip, you see that Persimmon has successfully given you a way to get to the door, and you see that Sterling has got all this attention on her, and you see there's a guard that's actively trying to push Capra away. What are you doing?
I'm going to approach on my hind legs, kind of stand up with a cigarette in my mouth. As I look over at Sterling, and I'm like, "Come to the coast, we'll get it together, we'll have a few laughs, huh?" And I'm gonna try to talk to the devil to convince this man that he is Hans Gruber in Die Hard.
Hey,
And I'm
you
flipping
can-
Goat McClane.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and roll 5 for me.
I got 3 successes.
Okay. So the guard sees you, looks back at Capra, and goes, "Oh, this is a shtick. Got it. Okay. Well, just like don't knock anything over, I guess." And they let you through. So there is so you've come in kind of through the side where the buffet is. You can see closer to the mansion. There's actually a red carpet. There's a lot of photographers that are calling out random people's names. And you notice that there's also a lot of organization going on. A lot of people on little earpieces talking to each other. Just trying to make everything go as smoothly as possible.
I'd like to go search for a hall closet and steal something to wear.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
That's smart. It's a good move.
Okay, so you're trying
That's
to
smart.
sneak into the building to find the coat room.
Coat room, or into or upstairs into the home closets where I can get an actual dress or something. But
Okay.
the coat room works because I'll get a nice pretty coat to put on.
Okay. And
Ah!
yeah. Go ahead and roll 3 for me.
Sure, 3 dice.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. 4, 2, 4.
Okay. So you get to the front door and you're actually being like redirected, and you're just like, no. The organizer's like, no goats inside. You're outside. You need to go around the back, and they try to like guide you around the back. Meanwhile, you notice that while they're guiding you away from the door, that some other people have like rushed in from the side. It's a little bizarre.
I will direct the guard's attention that's on me. Bah! Bah! And I'll like start shoving him around to make sure he notices those people.
Okay.
Basically use those people as a distraction for me to slip by him.
So
Okay.
he's saying like bad.
Okay.
Oh god.
Bad!
Uh,
It
bad!
happened.
Give me let's see. What was your thing you wanted to do at the party?
I want to go hobnob with the rich and famous. That's why
Okay.
I need a dress.
Gotcha. Okay. Go ahead and roll 4 for me.
Okay, 4 dice.
Yes.
1, 1. So 2 successes.
Okay. So one of the guards does notice what you're pointing out and is like, "Oh, okay, stay." And then he runs off to go and like try to find the people that he sees whipping around the hall. But you do have another guy.
Yeah,
who's
I'm gonna
like,
trip the other one that's on me,
Okay.
and then sneak around behind him once he's face down on the pavement.
Is anybody helping with this?
Accidentally trip.
I'm still outside, right?
Everybody is still outside currently.
I'm looking for the nearest ventilation shaft.
I'm gonna start just making such a loud noise that they won't notice the nice goat
Okay.
by
So
just
you're-
laughing hysterically.
You're providing a distraction.
Yeah, and it sounds eerily like a human laugh.
Okay. So go ahead and roll 4 for me. Black Phillip, I want you to also roll 4 for me.
Does Capra roll?
I'm sorry, Capra, the first one was for you, and you roll 4.
Okay.
I got 2 successes.
Okay.
1.
Okay. So it's just enough of a distraction that both Black Phillip and Persimmon are able to sneak in at their various points. So Persimmon, you're able to like evade the guard while he's distracted and scamper inside.
I like give you a nod, Persimmon, like you got this.
And then what you sorry.
I kind of, move my head towards you as well. Not quite a nod, but yeah.
It's an acknowledgement.
And then Black Phillip, you go around the back and you don't see a ventilation shaft, but you do see an external air conditioner that you can hop on top of, and then there's an open window above that.
That HVAC system's about to smell the whole place up like goat.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Right.
Going through the air conditioning.
So, well, the air conditioning you can't get through, but you can definitely hop on
Not
top
with
of
that
it.
attitude.
I know, right? Is my butt too big?
Yes.
Oh man, should have laid off on the donuts.
And you have the extra set of horns that like impede your path. So, because you've got the horns that stick straight up, and then you've got the horns that go to the side.
Yeah. So after like,
and the devil is like, "Excuse you, here is a path. Use it."
Yeah, after like I'm trying to fit the triangle in the circle hole, I decide to go up the window.
You decide to listen to your master.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm like, gosh, Dad.
Not the boss of me, actually.
You is.
Okay. Sterling, what are you doing?
So I'm in this crush of like little admirers, right?
Yeah.
And what I'd really like to try and do is just stay kind of quiet but cute in them, and use that group to go right through the main doors like Leonardo in Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first of all, I've never seen that movie.
Such a good movie.
Anyway, moving on. So you do end up like walking forward, and you see a couple of starlets who are coming in, and their dresses are almost exactly matched to your coat. And so they go, "Oh my God, we need a picture!" And so they come around you and pose, and then you are able. They're like, "Come on, you're the cutest thing," and they take you inside.
Perfect.
Okay, so Capra, you are still outside.
I am indeed, and very indignant about that, and making my unhappiness very clear to everyone who's trying to get into this party.
Okay.
Like-
So
Are there like presents on the grass or just a lot of sound?
Well,
so-
definitely some, and I'm like tasting some of people's like coattails, wondering how like they're getting in and I'm not, and I don't think that's fair. So like a lot of people are coming in with like everything waist down, like half of their leg will be like torn off, and not their leg, but, like the pant leg.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not the satanic goat.
You're giving me a lot to work with here, honey. At this moment, so Persimmon, you have whisked inside, and you've actually found the stairs going up, and found one of the bedrooms.
Awesome.
So go ahead and give me a roll of 6 for finding a
pretty dress.
dress
fits your size.
that will work for you. It's probably going to be a tunic shirt, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, I was half picturing that I was gonna get a sheet with frills and doilies on the edges, so
Sure. You're looking to improvise something to wear.
Exactly. I got 2 successes out of those 6 dice.
Okay. So that
I'm
is
too
exactly
distracted with eating the sheets.
So you are eating the sheets, and the bed skirt comes off a little bit, and you kind of look at it and go, this might work, and you wrap it around your
myself
body.
in it. Yep.
Yeah, you roll yourself in it, and are able to hook your horn just right so that it's tucked in, and you now have this beautiful brown frilly skirt around your body.
I have a toga that hangs from my horn, is what I just heard, guys. Is that what everyone else has pictured?
Yeah.
A toga hanging from my
I
horn.
was gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say you can take your horn out of it, but that's how you
What
got
I'm
it to
picturing,
stick.
because this is a hotel, right? What I'm picturing
this
is what
is
the
a
maid's gonna say.
No,
Mansion.
this is a mansion.
Oh, I thought it was a hotel museum.
it was, and then I changed it.
Okay, it is a mansion.
It was once a
Pastoral
hotel.
setting.
Yeah, it was once a hotel, and rich people bought it and turned it into a mansion.
Perfect.
So it's
Ugh.
both.
But it still has the Pizza Hut roof on it.
Yeah.
You gotta stay true to. How
it
came about.
used to be a bed and breakfast, but it was a really big bed and breakfast, and then these developers were like, we're going to make it a mansion. No.
So
yeah.
With Capra, having faith in me and all, I will even find something for Capra to wear, and I'll put it in my mouth, and I'll go bring it down to Capra.
I'm gonna say you find like a vest.
Sounds good.
You find a stray butler's vest.
Okay, every so often I and drop it out of my mouth, put it back up.
I understand.
It's great.
It's gonna
It's
be covered
great.
in slobber. Sorry about that.
I don't think he's gonna care. But
Yeah.
so you go back outside. You find Capra kind of dejected, chewing on somebody's pant leg.
Can we say it was like Stephen King?
Sure, Stephen King's pant leg, and he gives 0 F's about it because he's Stephen King. He's from Maine. He's used to this. He's
A lot of
just
goats in Maine.
Listen, there are goats, sheep, moose.
In
he's seen them
DC
all.
too.
So yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Drops in front of him, all covered in slobber.
I'm like, wow, you look so good. It's impressive.
Right? Put it on.
Okay. And I'm gonna struggle to get the vest on my little goat legs.
I'll help him with my horn.
Okay. roll 4 for me.
And while I'm putting it on, hey, where did that cute goat go? You know, the
Where'd
one
the
who's
cute
like
goat-
really fine looking.
Where did the cute goat go?
Oh well,
Wow.
oh this is awkward. Oh.
Awkward.
Gail, oh this is awkward.
Sorry.
yeah.
Should Persimmon feel rejected right now? I'm kind of wondering
Oh
about that right
man.
now.
You're allowed to feel whatever you feel.
Sterling, I'll let you have it. I'll let you have
Oh,
it. Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks. Next one's yours. So what I want the most from this party is to be interviewed by the Tatler. So if I'm with some of the most fabulous people there, I am like looking around, for paparazzi, reporters, like where's the scrum?
Okay. So that's good to know. We're gonna pop back outside to Persimmon and Capra.
2 successes to get the vest on.
Great. You get the vest on, especially with Persimmon's help, since she's so adept with her horns and using them for tucking and pulling and things. So
I'm very impressed. You
Yeah.
should take up like carpentry or something. You're very good at this.
Okay, so we will go inside to I'll get to you in a minute, Sterling. You are now inside Black Phillip. You are in a spare room. So there is a bed. It's not really anything fancy. It's just plain white sheets and gauzy curtains.
Is there a wardrobe?
Yeah, there's a
I'm
wardrobe.
gonna open it up and see if there's some pants and.
There's just a lion and a witch inside. Sorry.
There are some apples carved on the outside. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah. Yes, there are a spare set of pants. There is a blazer.
All right.
So go ahead and give me a roll of 4 to see if you can get them all.
I got 3 successes.
Okay, so yeah, you've managed to adapt your little cloven hooves to like pull things up because you can stand on your hind legs for quite a significant amount of time. That's how you've been trained. And so you get it on and you look at yourself in the mirror and go,
Yeah.
what?
I like pull out my cell phone. I'm in Nakatomi Plaza. Let's do this.
But you don't actually have a cell phone.
There's not enough budget in the movie for phones.
I do want to picture you pantomiming it though.
Yeah.
Yes, so you're close.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go out and see if I can find an older woman.
Okay. So you go out and you don't see anybody really upstairs except for there's this one room where there's a couple of handlers standing outside conferring with each other and having a clipboard, and one of them's looking at his watch. And that's what you see. I'm going to give you a moment to think about what you're doing. Sterling.
Yeah.
So you are, you have found out that these two starlets, one is named Buffy and the other one is named Paris. Not Paris, but Paris. She's made that very clear. They have seen your little tag that says Sterling, so they know that your name's Sterling. And they're just like, you're just the sweetest thing. We should hang out. And you notice that there are a few people around the room. You're in like a greeting room. And there are a few people who are taking notes. There are a few people with microphones. And that's what you see.
All right. Well, I think I'd like to sort of bump them a little closer to the people with the microphones taking notes and go over and try to introduce myself to what looks like the reporters.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll of... Let's see here. What was your favorite goat thing to do?
Running around.
Okay. So give me a roll of 4.
I have 1 success.
Okay. So Paris doesn't know what you're talking about, but Buffy does, because she looks where you're like indicating and goes, oh, you're right. We should totally go and try to get an interview. And so they go along, but they start taking selfies with you and get a little bit distracted. All right. Black Phillip, have you decided what you are doing?
Yeah. How many handlers are there?
There are 2.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to him. Karveski, Theo, I need you to go downstairs. I believe there's an American around here, and we need to get the bonds before the end of the night. The cops will be here by my calculations, in about 10 minutes. Do you understand?
I'm sure from a third-party view, that's adorable.
Are you a goat that talks?
That's Mr. Gruber to you.
They can
Okay,
understand
Carl?
him?
He's an occultist, so I'm gonna say that yes, they can understand him. Are you quoting Die Hard? Can you believe this? This is hilarious. Are you like a robot? And they start like poking me, trying to figure out if you're a robot and like there's a speaker or something.
I'm gonna ask Satan for a gun.
Give me a roll of 2.
I'm like, Daddy. I got 2 1s.
Yeah, no.
Hard no.
Hard no. They're like, yeah, well, you can't bother Miss Rembrandt right now. Go downstairs, entertain the guests, and they shoo you off.
I see. So that's where Takagi is. And I'll go downstairs.
They like take pictures of you while
Guess
you're
I have
going.
to handle this myself.
So then you go downstairs, and I'm gonna say that with your new cunning disguises, Persimmon and Capra, you have successfully snuck in. or snuck back in for Persimmon.
Well, yeah, now I actually have someone who looks like they belong here, so I just sort of stick close to her.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so you're walking through. In the first room, you see Stephen King with one of his pant legs half off, and
I make a mental note to chew the other half off by the end of the night.
He's does not care at all. His wife does, and she keeps looking down at it, and then just but he doesn't care. So what are you doing?
So we've made it in. Are there paintings on the wall?
There are some paintings of pastorals. There are some paintings like portraits. You don't really recognize who they are, but there are some portraits.
I know of goats.
The pastorals do have a couple of goats, but they're not the primary subject.
One
Okay,
of
so
Billy
it's not
Idol.
It's not like a gallery of this artist necessarily?
No, this is a gala to specifically unveil this new piece. But the house itself has not been rearranged.
I'm gonna look around for Black Phillip because I haven't seen him for a while.
Okay. And what are you doing, Persimmon?
I am going to start looking for the rich and famous, my favorite TV star and such like that, and I'm gonna go and start marking them basically by going and brushing my side against them.
So, who is Persimmon's favorite TV star? What does Persimmon watch?
My D6 tells me I watch Paula Deen.
All right. So
I'm gonna go look for Paula Deen.
Aha. Well, so you know that Paula Deen likes food.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the buffet table.
So the buffet table is actually outside, but you do notice that there is a big kitchen off to the side, and you do smell a lot of butter coming from there.
I'm going into the kitchen then.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna go under the tables, serving tables and whatnot, so that I'm hiding from them so they don't get chewed out.
Okay.
And hopefully the pots and pans are loud enough to hide my.
All right. I just dropped one of my. I dropped part of the chaos pool. Hold on. All right. Give me a roll of 2.
2. Okay.
Because you are only. You are. Well, no. You can give me 4 because you're going for what you want to do.
Okay. I got 1 success on 2 dice. I'll add 2 more to that. Yep. 1 more success.
Okay. So you successfully sneak in, and by chance, you happen to notice that somebody drops a big pot right as you get excited because you happen to glance her salt and pepper hair. So you bleat, but somebody drops a pot on the other side of the kitchen, so nobody really notices you.
Okay.
As you sneak in.
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to go next?
I will.
Okay. So you get a selfie with Buffy. Paris has gone off to go find Punch or something. Mm-hmm. So you're getting closer, and there's this photographer who goes, "Oh my gosh, Buffy Simmons, it's so nice to see you." And she says, "Oh, well, thank you. Have I introduced my friend Sterling? Isn't she a darling?"
And I try to be as charming as possible, but okay. I'm so excited. I'm starting to get a little jumpy, and running around is my favorite thing. So I'm so close to my goal.
Okay.
Just I'm kind of prancing in place a little bit.
Okay.
I'm still trying to twist my tail and be cute.
Can we all see this?
Yes, everybody who's in the room can see this. So that would be you. And I don't know if Black Phillip has gotten downstairs yet. But go ahead and give me a roll of 4.
All right. Ooh, I got 3 successes.
All right. You're able to be really cute, and you bounce a little bit, and the
Showing off my collar with
Yeah.
my name on it.
and so you're able to keep that running around kept in just barely.
Yeah.
And the photographer says, "Oh my gosh, you are so cute," and starts taking pictures. And then says, "Hey, hang on, I'm gonna see where my producer went, because maybe we can do like a little feature for the goat guests that they have, because this is amazing."
I just do like one little tiny kick when I hear that.
Oh,
Yeah.
So excited.
Yeah, so excited. Like
Okay.
if you were a fainting goat, you would have fainted, but you're not a fainting goat. You
not
are fancy. So yeah, you see this
I'm looking around. Do I
Capra.
see any of my goat friends?
You see Capra. Capra has now acquired a vest. He still has a little bit of black fabric hanging out of his mouth that he's like chewing on just for fun.
And he's edging over towards Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, because
Just
Jeff
like kind
Bezos
of
is there.
quietly just wandering over there, looking innocent.
Black Phillip, have you gotten downstairs? I think you have.
Yeah, I'm going to head over. Who do I see? Which of the goats do I see from my vantage point?
From your vantage point, you did kind of hear a bleat coming from the swinging kitchen door, but there was also a loud crash. And then you see Capra like on the edge of this one big room, and you see a bunch of camera flashes on the white coat of Sterling. So that's what you see, along with a bunch of other hobnobbers. Everybody roll 2d6 for me.
1 success.
Snake eyes.
Okay. One. Okay. So, you don't see this, Persimmon, but everybody else, you all notice that there's a strange smell. And then for a brief moment, all the lights go out. And everybody-
I immediately glare at Black Phillip.
And
My red eyes glowing in the dark.
and then the everybody's like, "What is going on? I don't know what this is." And the din is kind of getting to you. Roll again, please. Well, not Persimmon, because you're in the kitchen. And
Well,
you're
yeah, because I'm smelling butter and smelling all these cool things, so of course I don't smell bad.
So 1 success for Capra.
2 successes.
Okay, so you managed to keep your favorite goat things in check while all this commotion is going on around you. And then, it's not a minute later, but it feels really long when the lights come back on, and everybody goes, "Oh, are brownouts a thing? Is that something that happens out here?"
Yeah, from the stairwell, I'll address the community. Hello, my name is Hans Gruber. You, of course, have seen that I own Nakatomi Plaza. Please go upstairs in an orderly fashion. You are now all hostages. Don't make me come down there. I have several terrorists assisting me.
I'm gonna be like, "You're so silly.
Everybody-
They can't understand you."
Everybody laughs and applauds. That was so great. That was so funny. Oh my gosh. And they start taking your picture. And they're the same cameraman who was paying attention to Sterling is like, "Oh my God, this just keeps getting better," and rushes up and starts taking pictures as well.
Oh, that's not cool. That is not cool.
In the kitchen, the lights did flicker, but most of the light in this room is outside light, so natural light. So it didn't change anything except the hum of the refrigerator stopped for 30 seconds and then started back up again. So what are you doing, Persimmon?
I'm stealing all the food that's dropping down onto the floor,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna gather it up. I'm gonna eat some of it, but I'm gonna gather it up, and I'm gonna go over to Paula Dean. I'm gonna start rubbing myself up against her leg and offer. You stop! And I'm gonna try and offer some of this to her. Brandon, don't break me.
Breaker.
Okay, so I'm gonna see if Paula knows kind of what you're doing. Okay, she gets the gist of what you're doing, and she goes, "Oh, aren't you such a sweetie? Oh, aren't you just the cutest thing? Oh, I bet you make some great milk, don't you? Don't you?" Yeah, you're in heaven, and Paula Dean is so charmed by you, which is really weird, but also amazing.
Out of curiosity, does Paula Dean ever eat goat meat?
Oh dear.
Danny DeVito does, and he's roaming around.
Where did you come from, you sweet thing?
And I show her the door. I actually will go and hook my horns under her skirt and start tugging on her.
Oh, you frisky thing, you. Now I have to finish making these centerpieces for the thing. I cannot be distracted now. But you go on and be a good little goat. Why don't you go outside, okay?
I'm going to stay under. I'm going to just basically. This is apparently one of my goals, so I will tuck myself down, and lay down in front of her underneath the table.
Okay. While you're underneath there, you notice that there is a set of disheveled waiters uniforms and some discarded trays that are not stacked neatly while you're under there.
Okay, I'll start licking the trays clean, and I'm gonna squirm myself into one of the waiters' outfits, and so that I'm nice and fancy in a nice suit now.
Okay.
Do you have 2 layers of clothes?
Yes,
So
yes, I do.
Good.
So now you have the brown bed skirt, and you have a white waiter's jacket that you've got crumpled around your front hooves. Yeah.
Humans seem to find it very important to layer, so I'm layering so I'm more human.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna get on my hind legs and I'll strut out on my 2 hind legs out of the kitchen with one of the platters in my mouth.
Okay. The
I
platter
think I'm
doesn't
killing Gail.
Okay. So the platter on it has apples and cheese and a little bit of honey.
Okay.
So it's great. However, a lot of people are like, that's cute though. When they see you. All right, what are the rest of you doing?
So I'm gonna walk over to Black Phillip, and I'm assuming you're still standing on your hind legs. I'm gonna be like, "Yo, man, it's weird that you do that. Like, no goat stands on their hind legs right as Persimmon walks out on her hind legs." And I'm like, "Oh God, now everybody's doing it, and they're gonna think it's a thing now."
I'm like, well,
This is your fault, Philip.
John McClane, you can try to stop me, but you won't.
John
And I'm
McCain,
gonna-
previous human election doesn't matter, all right? It's just not relevant right now.
I'm gonna try to grab one of these people taking a picture of me.
Go for it.
How much dice do I roll?
You roll.
Just 2d6, right?
Yeah.
1 success.
Yeah, no. They actually are like, excuse you. Like, that was rude. And they go and they look like they're gonna go talk to security.
Can I stomp up to this conversation? I am so offended that Black Phillip has taken attention away from me with this weird lights trick and the speech about whatever. Black Phillip, how did you even do that thing with the lights? And I cannot believe you are pulling focus right now.
And I'm
Get
gonna like
away
pivot.
photographers.
And I'm gonna be like, she's right, you're pulling focus. And I'm gonna be sort of like mimicking your movements and sort of like looking like, Please notice me.
Thank you, Capricorn. Capricorn. Exactly.
Well, if it
Get
isn't
away from these
John
people.
McClane and Holly McClane, I'm gonna have to take you both up. And I the person who's walking away, you tell them I'm a terrorist, and I'm stealing whatever's in your vault.
What? Like, the security is looking at you going, that is a really weird robot. Dude, I think we need to, like, check in with the organizers, because I don't know if that's a thing. Like, he made gun cocking noises. Did you hear that?
I'm gonna point my invisible gun at Holly McClane, as played by Bonnie Badella, who's actually just Sterling. I'm just like, what are you gonna do now, McClane?
Okay, remember that you are a goat and you have cloven fingers. Or cloven hooves. Yeah, there you go.
You gotta do 2.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper. I'll turn to Capricorn and say, "Ugh, I can't be seen with this scene. Are you coming? Nice vest, by the way."
Thanks. Yeah, I just found it lying around. Nobody gave it to me or anything.
Those are not your lines.
And I'm gonna turn tail and stop and try and get back towards wherever the photographer's going.
Okay.
I'm just shooting my invisible gun.
Do you think I need an outfit? I thought I looked good, but I don't know.
I can get you one if you want.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, and I'll just like immediately like turn around mid-sentence and just start like careening the opposite direction. No idea where I'm going.
Go ahead and give me a roll of 4, please, because you are making a mockery of physical barriers.
1.
Okay. So you try to barrel through a door which looks like it could be a closet of some kind, and you get your hook under the latch to the door, but you hit your head and you're kind of a little bit dazed, but you still manage to open the door. It's just, you're like, ugh.
I'm like, Oprah, get out of the way. I gotta do this. Stop.
Of course Oprah's there. Okay. In the closet, something starts ringing.
I immediately look to that to see if I can unearth that thing.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll of 2.
0.
Okay. So you find it and you pick it up with your mouth and you chew on it. And it stops ringing. It tastes a little
Tastes
weird.
like battery acid. My favorite.
Yeah. It's like that fence that they once tried to put in to keep you all in. You know, it tastes a little bit like that. Makes y'all tingly a little bit.
I'm gonna look for a hat.
Okay.
I feel like that's something I could find quickly.
How are you gonna find a hat?
Oh, you know what? They're probably stored on like a higher shelf, and I am a mountain goat.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to parkour my way up inside of this closet, like hopping off the sides to get up to the highest level.
Roll 4 for me. Parkour, man, parkour.
1 success.
You manage to hop up, but then you lose your footing. But thankfully, a hat falls down. And it is a very stylish trilby hat. It's a light beige color with a white sequined ribbon around it.
Okay. I daintily take that in my mouth and I try to make my way out and back.
Okay. So you make your way out. You see this Sterling, like you see him come out with this hat.
And like socks and other things that are just sort of like on me that I'm trying to shake off from all
and
my
his
parkour.
fur, the fur that you can see, like the fur on the tuft of his tail and on his beardy chin, it are a little bit extra poofy.
I'm wider-eyed than normal.
A little bit.
Just that's a good hat. Did something happen to you in the closet?
No, don't worry about it. I'm fine. And I like stumble a little bit sideways. I'm like, here you go.
I'll try to sort of catch him so he doesn't tip over. Oh, are you sure there's
Did I always have 4 legs? I thought I
something
had
about
3.
your face?
Do you remember? Sure, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I usually count sheep, not goats, but it seems right.
Well,
Sorry.
take the hat. You'll look good.
Did I always have 4 legs is my favorite thing. Okay, so Persimmon, you are walking around with your waiter's jacket, your brown skirt, and you've got your plate full of hors d'oeuvres, which are very tempting to your little face.
Are the lights still out?
No, the lights came back on after about 30 seconds.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I actually want to smell for where the waiter that used to own this jacket is, because if there's a bunch of clothes thrown aside, it seems kind of weird. I want to find out why they just throw their clothes under a table, because humans are very particular about where they put clothes, and in the past I've dealt with them who, they get very upset when the clothes aren't in the right places. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and smell for that. And, oops, the platter falls, all the food flies everywhere.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for another die in the chaos pool. Go ahead and roll 2 for me, please.
Sure. I got 1 success.
Okay. So, you notice that there is a person that kind of smells like what you smell on the jacket, and he is looking directly at you with wide eyes, going, "Oh no!" And he quickly goes into another room.
I'm going to go grab a guard.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna just go chase him down myself. I see no reason in not chasing him down myself.
Okay.
I start taking off really fast, barreling through everything. If this gives you chaos dice, enjoy.
Yeah.
I see no reason not to give you chaos dice.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Sterling, you see Persimmon all of a sudden drop a plate of tasty hors d'oeuvres and start running around. It's your favorite thing. What are you gonna do?
Capra, I think we're running around. Do you want to run around? I'd love to run around.
I'm just wondering how. I'm just wondering, like, how Persimmon's got a job so quick.
I don't know, but I love this song. And I'm bouncing kind of on the beat, and I take off after. Let's go.
Wait for me! Ah, oh God, I'm still getting used to this 4-legged thing.
Okay.
I feel like I'm the one that speaks the least human speaker.
So you all go bounding off. Black Phillip, what are you doing? All of a sudden, as you're going back upstairs very brutally, you hear a crash, a loud bleat, and then the of cloven hooves on the wood floor.
I look around. Darn it, it must be McLean. And I'll jump off the stairs and go chasing after the sound with my imaginary gun.
Yes. Okay, so you all head around back, and you're following this this person who is like running, and he runs into a group of people who are on ladders, and they are clearly in the expo room, and he starts wildly gesticulating at them, but you can't quite hear what he's saying, and they all look at you all as you come skidding into the room.
I've heard of this whole meddling kids thing, but are we meddling goats? They would have succeeded if it weren't for those meddling goats.
I mean,
Maybe
you don't
our
know.
kids.
I'm still gonna go after him. I'm gonna try and barrel myself. I'm good at fighting. I'm gonna just barrel him over. I want to know why he ran away. I think this is a fun game right now.
Okay. So, what is your favorite thing is bleeding loudly. So
And I'm a fighting.
you are a fighting
specialized.
goat. So I'm gonna have you roll 6. Who else
Okay.
is participating in this?
I'm following Persimmon.
Okay. Roll.
Yeah.
I'm climbing on the
Okay.
ladders. 'Cause I
Okay.
like to get really up high.
So
Yeah.
both of you can roll 4. What are you doing, Philip?
So I am calling upon the chains of purgatory to reach out and hook this man upon the wrists and ankles, so that I might tear him asunder.
Your favorite thing is standing on top of stuff, right?
Breaking down physical barriers.
Breaking down, making a mockery of physical barriers.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and you can roll me 6, and I will roll the chaos dice. We'll see what happens. All right. Persimmon. What did you get?
I have 3 successes.
Great. Sterling.
2 successes.
Okay. Capra.
2 for climbing.
I thought that was 1 for a second.
Oh
because
yeah,
it was...
totally. Huh? Yeah.
It's like one little finger. What is this?
He didn't want to give you up your kilt,
Very
and
subtle.
I got
Philip?
4.
All right. So here is what you all perceive to be, and I will let you describe what your actions are because you did beat the chaos dice. So what you can see is 4 individuals. One is on a ladder putting something up on a wall that is covered. Another person is rolling up an item and putting it into a big cardboard tube. Somebody else is dressed like a security person looking to the outside door. And then you have the waiter who just ran in here, who's no longer dressed like a waiter, but looks like one of the guests. So I'll go around with in the order that you all entered, and you can tell me what you do. So, Persimmon, tell me what you do.
Bleating loudly, bah! My favorite thing to do, bah! I run the guy over that I was chasing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and yep.
Okay, so you
Gore him.
run him down. You gore him?
Well, I'm not trying to
In a
gore him in
loving
the
way.
way up. Yeah, I'm not trying to gore him in the
Yeah.
in a pointy, but the front panel of my
Okay,
horn.
so you
Go
knock
ahead,
him
bud.
over.
Ramming him. That's a better word.
Yeah. You rammed him,
Yeah.
and he is knocked
Trying
over.
so hard to not make jokes.
I start licking him.
Okay,
You're not making this easy.
and he tastes deliciously of salt because he is all sweaty.
Okay.
And maybe crying now.
A little bit. He's really scared. So next person in the door was Sterling.
So prancing and leaping and kind of bouncing. The guy with the tube.
Mhm.
I want to go basically like in between his body and the tube and kind of do a leap and sort of spin the tube away from him.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So you turn, you do a leap, and you kick the tube, and the tube goes and lands, and whatever is rolled up in it comes halfway out of it. Capra.
So I'm really starting to get into my element here now that there's like ladders and stuff that I can jump on, a nice open space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to scream, hopping from ladder to ladder to ladder as I begin to party hard.
Don't actually scream though. Thank you. So yeah, you jump like on a table, and then you jump on a shelf, and then you jump on top of the ladder where this guy is like holding something, and so you're face to face with this guy holding a big painting, and he loses his balance and falls back. The chaos roll was really bad, so he loses his balance and falls backwards, and the painting that he was holding crashes to the ground face down. And Philip.
So, dark chains erupt from the ground as they race towards his arms and legs, casting
Whose
them.
arms and legs? Because there are four of them.
Ooh, man.
There's the lookout. There's the guy that just fell off the ladder. There is the waiter that Persimmon is licking, and then there's the guy who. Okay, so you're also going after the waiter.
He looks most like Hans Gruber.
He's dressed like a guest, not a waiter.
Right. Thank you. But he's currently being licked by Persimmon, getting all the sweat and tears off of his face. So you are wrapping him in black smoky chains of hellfire,
just like in Die Hard.
I think you got a bootleg copy, my friend.
I actually watched that movie for the first time this not this past holiday, but the one before.
Oh, so you know. Yeah.
You have a very weird memory of it. Anyway, so
he watched Hellboy that was partially taped over.
It just kind of moved into.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned that they were playing it on the barn wall, and so one house was projecting Hellboy, and the other house was projecting Die Hard.
Yes. Because in this day and age, in this alternate future, the pandemic is over, and so everybody can get together again.
Yay.
Anyway, so the guy is now being licked to death and has burning hot, weird chains on his wrists, as the and starts screaming and calling attention.
But then again, so am I, so it works out well.
Yes. So, oh goodness.
Or in this alternate.
I love you, chat.
Spence, in this alternate reality, it could also be that this is a herd immunity party, which people apparently are giving. So, and we've got a bunch of goats. Seems perfect for herd.
Love it. I love it. So, so there are a couple of guards who come in, and they're like, "Hey, what are you goats doing? Hey, why is the painting on the floor? And someone call the cops." So yeah, the cops are coming. You goats know you are not supposed to be here, but you also know these humans seem to not allowed to be here. So
I want a bunch of rich and famous people to come in. So I'm gonna continue screaming by the wall and laughing creepily.
Okay.
If we keep partying hard, can we go for another round of destruction on these guys?
Do you want to party hard?
And draw the attention of the crowd?
Well, great idea.
I was actually thinking that I was going to go grab Sterling since she likes to run around, and I'm going to have her run around with me all around this room, and we're going to play a game of who can bulldoze the most number of people.
I mean, especially if the guards are chasing us.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
bowling for people.
Oh, boy.
I bet I can beat Sterling.
Okay.
Let's play.
So the chaos dice pool is 7 right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd like to steal one.
Okay. So if you both do your party hard, I will do this. One of you will get 3 extra dice, and one of you will get 4 extra dice.
I will do a party hard as well. And Gail, you're welcome to have the 4 dice because you like running around more than I do.
I like running around so much.
So
with that painting.
So total, Sterling, you would then have 8 because you are. I'm sorry. You would have 10 because you are being fancy and charming. You are running around, and you are trying to get the attention of the Tattler.
I am. All right.
And for you, Persimmon, you are doing your fighting. So you have 4. Are you trying to get attention?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
We're doing it in unison.
Yeah. So you're doing that, And then you're also trying to hobnob with the rich and famous. So you can have 7. Wait. Is that right? 3 plus 6 is 9.
I was like, because I should be 1 behind her based on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you assisting with this, Capra?
No, I'm just really excited once I see Bill Nye run in.
Okay, great. And how about you, Philip?
I'm gonna start to just make it groovy in here with some like darks. I think like fog machine would be appropriate.
Okay, so you're gonna
You can
do...
look spookier.
Yeah, I'm like, Daddy, I need fog.
Yeah, and Spence has already got you set up. Look at that.
I know, right?
They've already got the fog machine.
Yeah, and Daddy says
There,
yes.
your daddy.
Yeah, Daddy, thank you.
Daddy says, that I can do. And somehow this weird mist starts coming in through that open door that one guy has open. All right, my 2 little billy goats. You're not billy goats, but my fancy goat and my bighorn goat. Tell me about the chaos you reign.
Let's make it rain. Ready?
I rolled 5 successes.
Oh. Oh, it's pretty.
All right.
And I'm a
come
bighorn
on now.
goat, as we covered. I'm good at fighting, and I've got big horns.
Yeah.
So I'm
Whew,
ramming them down.
apparently... Nice. Well, I guess I needed all this dice. I got 3 successes out of that pile.
All right.
Seriously, Gail?
I know, I'm sorry.
Well, luckily for you, because you both partied hard, that means that you are rolling unopposed.
Mhm.
So, tell me about the chaos that you reign on these folks. The guards that are coming in from one end, the people trying to get away out the other end.
Gail, would you like to start, or should I?
I think you have some plans for the people, so you talk about the people.
Okay, sure. So I'm running and bulldozing into one of the art thieves, and I run up his back and jump onto one of the guards, knocking him onto the ground, and then painting falls on top of my body and head, my horns, maybe piercing this valuable painting, and I keep running, and I just start, jumping from one person to the next and bulldozing them over
It's
as many
beautiful.
as I can.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
so basically
incredible.
when you put your head down at one point, you got the painting that was on the floor and that got hooked on your horns, but you just keep running because it's
Yep.
flapping behind you like a cape. You feel
Yep.
like a goat superhero. It's
I do.
awesome.
Yep.
We get like some slow motion with like orchestral music in the background. You just like run through the chaos of all these people.
Dun 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 boom dun dun. Okay.
Wait, is Weird Al gonna come in and start singing?
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
With he's got his accordion.
We're
He's
gonna
like, oh,
inspire
I'm gonna write something about this.
Someone keeping a list of these party guests. This is the best party.
It is a hopping party.
Okay, while you describe, I will list every single famous person we've started talking about.
Stephen King,
Jeff
Paula
Bezos.
Deen.
Yep,
Charlie Day.
we said Charlie Day.
I don't think
Yes.
we did, but he's
Yeah.
here now.
He
Mitch
is
did.
now.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
Mitch did at one
Bill
point.
Nye.
I wasn't sure if he was talking in character movie or not at the time, but he did.
Mhm.
Bill Nye,
Uh-huh.
and
Oprah.
Weird Al. Oh, Oprah.
Yep.
And Weird Al.
Somebody tweet all of those people and show them this video. They're gonna be really confused.
Super important.
Okay. Stephen King. All right, so tell me about your chaos, Sterling.
So I'm following behind the epic rampage of Persimmon, and this just feels like an amazing dance to me. And I just want to like catch as much attention as possible. So as the fog rolls in, I'm trying to make like the sparkles on my hat really catch, and I'm bouncing and bounding. And as I get to the tube again, that I kind of flew across the room, I want to pick it up and like flip it in the air like a baton. I'm trying to think what else. I want to kind of spring off the ladder as I go by, and hopefully that goes well, but maybe it won't because that's not my.
Well, you rolled well and you rolled unopposed. So yeah,
Oh, that's true.
You get to do 3 things on that list of yours.
And I'd like to end like in the front, in the middle, and kind of pose. Yeah, just
Okay.
to catch the eye of like whoever's coming in.
So here's what I see is that we've got Persimmon, bulldozing these would-be thieves, but also the security guards, hooking the painting on their horns, and then standing like a superhero on top of the back of one of the art thieves. And then Sterling has been running around gleefully, soaking up all the light and the smoke, and stands behind Persimmon, and suddenly a spotlight has moved and now hits the hat in a way so that you are a goat-like mirror ball, adding to the epicness of this scene. Yes.
Can we
Like
have
hype
Van
man.
Gogh's Starry Night fall down behind her, being her backdrop as a
Yeah,
the disco
there
ball
is
goes off?
there is a photo opportunity in the back of the room, and it happens to have Van Gogh's Starry Night pulled down right now, and so it looks really interesting. There are cameras flashing. The cops are like, "All right, move aside, I'm coming through," and they're like, then all of a sudden you all see the inspiration of the evening, the ever-present, the fantastically inspired Clove Rembrandt. And she comes through and she looks at you, Persimmon, and goes, and somebody comes and says, "Okay, hang on, calm down. Let me take this off of you." And as you look, it is this gorgeous painting of a goat hero, very much in a similar stance that you were in, but standing on top of a knight who has been slain with two big gores into his armor. And this painting now has two very large holes in it. The front has been shattered. However, at that same moment, you hear dunk, 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 and it's the tube that got tossed up by Sterling. And out of that tube unfurls an identical painting.
So, question about the painting.
Yes.
Is the hero also wearing a toga, and it's like, this is Sparta? Come on, I'm wearing a toga.
In the background, so they're all variations of Spartan type bandoliers, and so very strappy armor. And so yes, the one that's on top of the gored knight with his plate mail looks very much like King Leonidas if King Leonidas were a goat.
Well,
no, the goat is standing on top of a fallen knight.
I think you just need to gore them.
Well, I think the chosen one is already on top of one of the art thieves. Because that is where they landed. Access denied. So the police are coming in, and they the artist is slowly being consoled by her handlers, and the security looks at the now gored painting and the one that's flown out of this tube and goes, "This one is a fake," holding up the one that's gored. "This is a fake. These men were attempting to abscond with the painting, with the Rembrandt." And everyone goes, there's a collective gasp. You do notice that the guy who was at the door, who was knocked over and kind of winded, did manage to scamper out of the back door.
Who is this Hans Gruber that you're so obsessed with? my friend. Philip, you've been saying you're a terrorist the whole time.
Wait, so why does that goat speak and that one doesn't? Why do you know about Die Hard? That's weird. Someone called the farmer. I don't think these goats are supposed to be here. What do? You're gonna be taken away. No. Look around for an escape. Roll 4. Just because I know you're trying to recreate Die Hard.
Do we want to pause for a moment to give Gail time to get back?
Sure.
Okay.
I did not realize that Gail had needed to step away.
She posted, computer problems. Be right back.
Got it.
Drama.
All right. Well,
I was gonna recommend that Weird Al starts singing Aardvark, except instead of Aardvark, he starts singing something about goats.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
There's something about these goats, my friends. Something about these goats, and that's. I don't know, I'm just making it up. But he's into it, and he starts playing a polka, and the police are like, "Yes, this party is very weird." Do we want to take a 5-minute break
Yes.
before we get to the closing of this game?
Yeah.
All
Gives
right.
Gail a chance to get back.
All right, so we will be
I
right
sadly
back,
did not.
friends.
I sadly didn't catch your
Oh,
song on recording because I was like, oh, we're pausing, so I paused.
I'll redo it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right,
That
so
song was
5-minute break, y'all. thrilling conclusion of Goat Crashers. So, a quick rundown of what has happened so far. Our beloved band of goatly personalities noticed that there was an art gala happening at the mansion next door to their farm. So they all went and cleverly got in their various ways and have hobnobbed with some of the best, including Jeff Bezos, Paula Deen, Charlie Day, Bill Nye, Oprah. Weird Al is currently composing a polka about the events of the evening, and Stephen King is missing one half of Pet Lake.
So far. We'll see
So
about the other half.
far.
Gotta mention Danny DeVito.
Oh, sorry. Danny DeVito is also somewhere in here. He's hiding among the goats. No, he's
And
not.
you promised to sing that song that you sang on break.
Let's see if I can remember it. Oh, it's a go party, and everybody likes a goat. Oh, it's a go party, and they're gonna go down your. No, that doesn't work.
Whoa, what?
Okay.
We said. Oh,
We're
God.
not.
So
we're not
close.
eating goats today.
Oh, I was thinking about something else, but okay. But I'm
Paula
making that a
Deen goes,
clip.
This is a meat-free event. Sorry, Paula. So.
Well, she is on a health kick, lost a bunch of weight, is eating healthier, so,
but still
she
cooks
might
with a ton of butter.
Butter's good for
So
you.
tonight's a plant-based night for her, sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. And so the group has been photographed in many peculiar situations, thinking that they were an installment for Claude Rembrandt's new work of art, and they stumbled across a plot of some art thieves who were trying to replace the new piece with a fake. And so now some of the art thieves have been captured. Some of them have escaped. And Weird Al is being asked to stop playing his accordion singing about goats.
I'll bet he gets asked that a lot, actually.
Probably. And the press are going wild for taking all of your pictures. So
Yeah.
for Sterling, Paris and Buffy come up to you, go, you're a hero too. Oh my God, you have to come to LA when this is over, and we will have the best time, and you can hang out with us. And so the lady over here, she's a producer with Tatler TV. Like, they're coming up with their own YouTube channel and stuff, and so they want to like talk to you a little bit. I mean, we can try to translate based on your body language, because we know you don't speak human, but you seem to understand us. You seem to
I'll do
understand
it.
us pretty well. Okay, so that's a nod. Okay, great. And so they take you off to go and be interviewed by the producers of Tatler.
And we have
Oh
the setup
my
for Goat
God.
Crashers too. Goats sneak through airport security.
That would be amazing.
Hey, which is also the premise of Die Hard 2, like, of sorts.
Perfect.
You notice Capra, that Stephen King has a notebook, and he's writing down a few things, and he seems really distracted.
I'm like going through the crowd, like trying to avoid stepping on toes and munching like only minimally, so as to make a minimal amount of distraction. And I'm gonna try to like sneak up behind him, and particularly his wife.
Okay.
Because I know that Stephen King's wife is really like, she's sharp when it comes to goats nibbling on her husband's pants. So I'm gonna try to sneak up behind her and get the other pant leg.
Give me a roll of 3.
Zero.
Yeah. So you're just about, like, your teeth are almost on the hem of that other pant leg, and she goes, "Hey, no!"
Dang it, Miss King. Why you gotta be this way?
And so you're a little dejected. And she pulls, like, he's still riding and being pulled away as he's
Well,
riding.
I haven't used my party hard yet.
Yes, but there is no more chaos dice,
Okay.
as
Dang
they
it.
were all used.
Okay. Then I am going to begin to laugh loudly and just begin attacking him to give us some chaos.
Taking down the
Say
king.
You do get a good bite on his pant leg. Not as much as the one before, but you at least get a good little piece. And
I'm picturing her like trying to physically restrain me, and like my little goat like scraping on the floor as I'm trying to get closer.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens. All right, Paula Dean comes over to you, Persimmon, going, "Aren't you such a clever girl? Oh, let me give you some lovin'." And she brings out an apple from her apron and lets you eat it and stuff.
And I will eat it.
Yay.
She just wants your milk. Be wary.
Yeah.
She does.
You've all
though.
been there.
She's
Actually, so Sterling, when you were going out with that with the reporters, I was thinking about running after you, warning you. They just want your coat. They're gonna shave you. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do
It's
that.
the newest style.
Goat fur.
I won't tell you all until after the stream by my thing with goat fur. But anyway, John McClane, or whatever you are, Black Phillip, you have
Multifaceted actor.
You have helped with bringing this down, and you hear in the back of your mind, "Well done, little one. Well done." But if you're gonna actually try to quote Die Hard, you should probably watch the whole thing.
I get scared at certain parts. Like
Humans are meant to die. It's fine.
Those white tank tops? How can your shoulders be protected if there's no sleeves?
It's complicated. Don't like if there were a physical presence, it would pat you on your little goat head.
Thank you, Father. May I reap the souls here?
No, but you can go chase that one that ran away. Because I happen to like Rembrandt's paintings, so I'm kind of mad about this.
Excellent. And I'm
Just with your horns, dummy.
I'm gonna shoot him with my invisible shotgun.
And so the police are trying to chase after this guy, and then all of a sudden Black Phillip comes and bowls him over. Saving the day.
Horns going right up the leg.
And congratulations.
Yes.
You have successfully crashed a party and saved the day at the same time.
Then, like, as the credits fade out, I'm just gonna be chewing on like the corner of the right painting, the good painting that was saved.
Oh no! Of course you are.
Here, I got you.
Of course
David, just stay very still. Here you go. There you go. Yeah, just stay right there.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice.
No problem.
All right. So, my friends, as the credits are rolling, tell us who you are, who you played, and where we can find you on the internet. Starting with, let's see here. Let's start with Capra.
So I am David South, and well, my picture's jumping all around. And I run the blog somniacdelusions.wordpress.com. So if you guys want to see cool maps and creepy stuff, go there. I'm happy to be here on Penny for Tail.
Awesome. And Persimmon.
I'm Alice Peng, aka Lala Twiddle to most people that know me, and you can find me on Babies with Knives podcast, an actual play character creation crash course podcast geared for a wide variety of systems.
Fantastic. And Sterling.
I am Gail Clendenin, at Gail Clendenin on Instagram, but I am running games during the coronavirus with Symphony Entertainment Social Dissonance. And we are organizing that through Facebook because they do events.
Fantastic. And I am Spence. I am known for Resident Moon Audiobook Solutions, Game School, the podcast, Nostalgia Pilots, the podcast, and the Resident Moon, my crocheting stream here on Twitch, which is Wednesday through Fridays. But before we go to Mitchell, who runs this show, I do want to note that above Mitchell's head there is a heart, there is a bell, and there is a purple box to subscribe. If you have enjoyed the content from this show or any other shows, please go ahead and give each one of those things a little click. It helps support the stream. And if you are watching on YouTube, below Persimmon, there is also a bell and a subscribe. And if you click on those, you will be able to see all of our wonderful content as it comes out. Mitchell, did I miss anything?
I think that's it.
All right. Now your turn.
Hey, this has been Mitchell. It's always awesome doing these one-shots, and we will, of course, be doing them forever and ever. Spence does such an awesome job picking them. But what we got coming up this week is Sunday. We got Age of Ashes, continuing on with our Pathfinder 2E campaign, jumping right into a fight, so it should be epic. I promise you that.
We are not rested.
Yeah, it's not good. It'll be great though. And then the following day, Alex is continuing to run his Star Wars Edge of Empires game, which is going to be amazing as always. So check all of this stuff out on our Facebook, and you can always go online to our website at pityforatale.com and get to know us a little bit better. And even contact us. It's really cool. Just check us out. We do everything that concerns the hobby, and it was a pleasure.
And if you have any suggestions for one-page one-shots, you can go ahead and email me. The email is spence@pennyforatale.com. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for playing, everybody. This has been Goat Crashers on the one-page one-shot, and we will see you next time.
Peace.
Thanks for having me.